Welcome back to the Roadside Rescue YouTube channel. I'm Ernest, and this is episode 3 of Cummins swapping my mail truck. A few years ago, I bought this mail truck to do mobile mechanics. If this is your first video, it's messy, but here's a little look of what it's like inside. I've got a few toolboxes. There's an orange one back there and a lot of tools, and I hit the road and fix people's cars when they break down out of this. However, I broke down myself a year ago, and as I was finishing up school, I kind of just parked this in my driveway and fixed cars behind it in my driveway, but now I want to come and swap it. For now, I'm going to get everything prepped to get that new engine installed. I'll have 2 short blocks, but I'm going to build the engine around the short block after it's installed, pulling out the 6.5. There was enough clearance, but I'm gonna just go ahead and with this amount of room in the work I can do on top of the engine here, I'm gonna go ahead and put the short block in and torque down the head and everything and build that engine in the frame here. That'll be a bit easier. So to do that, I've got to prep the engine bay here. I'm going to clean that and paint it so that we don't have any more of this rust forming. We just have the rust that's kind of getting underneath the paint here. Nothing crazy, super generally rust free. That's nice. So a nice clean with that. Then I'm going to degrease it with some engine degreaser and spray it down again, and then it'll be ready to paint. So I may do that this afternoon. If not, at least we'll have everything ready. Okay, this is going to be pretty fun. I'm just going to pressure wash from the inside out. Another thing I'm going to do today is to kind of just get this Ranger cleaned up. I think I'm going to do a bit of work on this Ranger over the next few months. It's kind of been neglected, and just make it into more of a utilizable vehicle for myself. So if I do that, I'm going to clean out the back and spray that out today, and I'll probably take this toolbox, empty it out, and just put the empty toolbox in this truck for now. Hey, that's satisfying. Watch it paint my nail off. Nice and satisfying. I'll set this up and you can watch. All right, so to get the fender out, this like fender liner, which I'm gonna take out, I have to remove this rubber stuff I was talking about the other day. I wanted to take up anyways, because it looks dumb and it's heavy. Because they're just spinning. These little bolts are just spinning under here. I need to get them from the top or cut them off or whatever, but go ahead and take out this side and see what we're doing with it. It looks like gonna be flat aluminum, so I may texture it or whatever. These are all just breaking pretty much. Really? Oh my goodness. Grinder it is. Stripped out in like half a second. I believe that's all it takes, and I believe I'm right. Cool. That's gonna look awesome. I like that way better. Yeah, that looks cool. That looks awesome. I'm gonna paint that sway bar red, I think, and everything else black from what I've decided with the community post this morning to help. So much stuff. All right, same thing on this side. I'm not even gonna try and remove that first one. I guess that was just luck. The lower one that I didn't twist, but bad. A little rusty up there, but obviously that's the place where water sits. Just a nice little cup in this plastic here, holds water. You can see rustiness, holding moisture up there, so bad design. But this looks awesome. This is a good design. This is gonna look sick with an engine sitting under there. All right. That looks way better. I'm glad I did that. Time for lunch. I can't figure out what this is. If anybody knows, here's the power steering fluid reservoir, and it has this line that goes up to this thing before the brake master cylinder. Is that the rack or something? There's the steering box. Yeah, and that's where the high pressure line goes to, so that's what I was expecting, but this is unexpected. This line going up to this, and you got pressure return line too. Oh, are the brakes boosted with the power? Yeah, that's the brake booster, power steering brake booster. No big old vacuum can. That's cool. I didn't know they had a, look at this, power steering hydraulic boosted brake master cylinder. That's awesome. Dang, I didn't know they made those. First time I've ever realized what one of those are, at least, so that's something to keep in mind if I ever run out of space with the normal brake cylinder. Some hydraulic ones are available. Pretty cool. I'm gonna have to get everything wet again in order to clean off all this rust that was on this side under the fender well, all this, and then I think I'm gonna come back, oh, that's a bunch of grease. Then I'm gonna come back with some sandpaper or some steel wool, scratch all this up, and then we'll get it painted. I should have got a good before and after, but man, if you remember, that looks like, I don't know if it was grease or mud, but those things were just caked. You can kind of still see some down there. I've got a bit of cleaning still left to do over here, but I don't think I'm gonna paint anything on the hubs for right now, so we'll just deal with that later. I'm gonna make this plate to cover the ABS module. Just so when I put the new engine in, I'm not putting any weight on that. Well, here's that plate. That took forever. It's almost bent at 90 degrees. Good enough for me. And it'll go right here. And just, I'm gonna drill a couple of holes in this bracket. Like 2 holes here, 2 holes there. Look how orange my hands are from those leather gloves. They're wet. All those tannins. I think that's gonna do it for today. It's getting pretty late. This thing took me forever, and I went to help my neighbor catch a snake and fix her sprinklers. So, still got some light, but I'm pretty tired. I yeah, if I do anything else, I guess I'll let you know. If not, video well done. Ready for the next step. I mean, paint the engine bay. I'm gonna get some paint for that engine bay. I'll probably do that tonight when I run some errands. So this will probably be it for the end of the day then. And we'll just do that tomorrow. Maybe I'll sand a little bit later while I'm out here, but we'll paint that and get the motor in tomorrow. It's the weekend, and then early next week we should have that short block. Then mid next week we should have that short block. So I'll be doing that and then see if I can get the Jeep project running beginning of next week. Thanks for watching. Consider donating. The links in the description if you want to help this project out. I think I'm gonna put everybody's name who donated on this truck somewhere. So if you want that, go ahead and donate, subscribe, and like the video, and I'll see you on the next episode.